able to manage the affairs in their life in the way that they want to manage them. They know what kind of work they want to do, where they want to live, and finding a way to assist them in accomplishing those goals while allowing them to still live a healthy and safe life. So there's no need to put them in an institution if putting them in an apartment, in the community and having a nurse stop by once a day to help with medications. That's the better approach than placing them away somewhere else to receive like around-the-clock care that they don't need. So making sure that they're as included is the big key there.
You spoke of a systematic problem earlier with regards, but what is being done about it to actually eliminate those problems?
One of the biggest things that was done was about 15 years, there was a Supreme Court decision called Olmstead. And the Olmstead decision literally said, in terms of legal work, that people receiving some types of services, usually medical or like housing assistive services, need to receive those services in the least restrictive setting. That case led to case led to states stopping with their institutionalization of people with intellectual disabilities, and that's been the biggest leap forward in terms of inclusion. And then we had the ADA, which dealt with a lot of access issues like buses, ramps to getting into stores, things like that. Those were physical facility issues that were mostly kept. And they also made actual discrimination in employment against the law. Somebody saying, I'm not going to hire you because you're in a wheelchair, I'm not going to hire you because you're deaf. There's been laws put in place in the last 25 years. The ADA is 25 years old, Olmstead's 15 or 16, right in that realm. And those are the big moves. Since then, in 2008, the ADA was amended to make it more broad because courts interpreted the original ADA in a way that was more restrictive than the legislation intended it to be. So they made it broader to make it more protective of people with disabilities. But there's only so much you can do with the law itself. In order to make society more inclusive, you need to let everybody know just how capable people with disabilities are and not to make these baseline assumptions. People make assumptions about other people for millions of reasons, like accent, weight, disability. People always want to assume they know about other people. Hi there.
Excuse me, did he just pop in?
He did.
Sitting? Okay.
Am I interrupting you guys, or are you somewhere you're supposed to be?
No.
Were you here earlier today?
Yes.
Okay. And you don't have an appointment?
Can I not ask questions?
Okay. I have a number that I can refer you to for the DC bar where you can communicate with somebody. This isn't the venue to typically do this unless he wants to do this with you.
Sorry, I thought you were one of our summer interns. Is he not a
No.
bar employee?
No.
I'm not a bar employee, but I'm here to inquire about disability rights. Though.
Okay. Well, I'll give you my card then, because it seems like you're not supposed to be in here. I'll give you my card, and you can always give me a call or shoot me an email,
Okay.
and that's probably the better way to do it. So that's me. You can always shoot me an email, and I can answer specific questions. But yeah, you can't be just wandering in.
Well, I was hoping that someone, because I've previously spoke about disability rights in this country as it relates to equal treatment. The main issues I have raised, and there is that I've noticed that people were not treated the same, and
That's pretty standard, yeah. But I'm going to, again, recommend you giving me a call or shooting me an email with specific questions, or if you want referral out to certain other groups, I can do that. But looks like it's time for you to go, though. So,
okay, I can definitely leave.
Sir,
Yeah,
there's
there needs
going
to
to
be
be one or
anything.
two ways this goes.
No,
okay?
I can definitely leave.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd recommend time to go.
I'm just trying to be polite and gentlemanly, and this gentleman seemed to be giving you some good information. We're not trying to hurt you, but there's not 150 lawyers here for people to come up and just ask questions. I have a number downstairs. I will give you the paper. You can reach out to somebody. You can reach back out to him through email, and that's how we handle this here. Okay?
Are you saying that
I'm saying that you're an unauthorized person in this space. You went through the door, you weren't supposed to be here.
Well, I
You
knocked
were
on
up
the
here
door.
twice, you've been up here twice today, you were asked to leave once.
That's not exactly true.
Okay.
Now
I'm
you-
not gonna get into parsing all these
Well,
words.
no parts. But like, I'm just making like.
You're
you know-
trying to get some information.
Well, I knocked on his door and I asked him questions about
I
disability
know, but you
rights.
come through the space that is secured space on a false premise. So we need to go outside.
False premise.
Yeah.
I have
You
not-
don't have an appointment. Did you have an appointment with Mr. Patrick Dennis? No, you didn't.
Well-
So let's go.
Well, I did not have an appointment. But are you saying that I was here on a false
I'm saying that
premise?
you were up here earlier today, you went to the reception, they told you that they could not help you.
Well, they actually didn't say that.
Okay, what did he say? What did the man say?
The man said that provided the number, basically. I basically wanted to talk to someone about the rule of law
Well,
and
the
the Constitution.
information he gave you,
And
that's
I
what
also
you're
wanted to
supposed
talk
to
to someone with the bar with regards to disability rights. Those are 3 issues I have written extensively about. And
But you need an appointment for this stuff. I'm not saying that you wouldn't be dealt with, but you need to contact the right people to make an appointment to talk to somebody.
And
This
that's
is,
why I gave you the information.
we just don't sneak in the door when the door's open and knock on doors and ask people for help.
well, I never asked for help. I asked him, first of all, like I think we should be clear. I asked him more about the law. I asked him more about disability
How did
rights.
you get into this space? How did you walk into this space? Do you have a key? I have to have a key to get into this space. See this? That means I have permission to go in this space. Okay? Do you have a key?
Well, the door was previously open.
I know. So you walked into space you weren't supposed to be in. That's unauthorized entry.
Well,
Now, I'm gonna say this again.
Well,
We're gonna
the
move.
door was previously open. It's not
know
like I
that.
burst it
I-
open
I
or like.
understand that. The door was
sh-
open because somebody is walking out or coming in it. We're going downstairs. You don't have an appointment here. I'll give you a number where you can make an appointment. This gentleman was nice enough to give you his card. You're filming me. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, okay? It doesn't
Well,
matter.
because otherwise
This
you
is
cannot. No,
private
no,
property.
because you cannot say that I,
This
for
is
example,
private
I
property.
bursted through the door, or
Okay,
that
it's
I
private
committed.
property. Let's go.
You cannot say I bursted through the door or committed any act that was illegal. Can you say that though?
You were at
Can you
this
say
door
that?
earlier. You were at this door
Can you
earlier
say that
and
I
did
bursted
something
through the
wrong.
door and committed an illegal activity?
You were in a space when unauthorized entry.
Well, the door was
Great.
previously open, and I previously talked to the
Obviously, you, a man took advantage of the situation. Let's go.
advantage of a situation.
Come on. Thank you.